knows it.
Massive player for Arsenal. You know, watching him tonight, I've watched him twice now, and he's impressed me so much. He's an exciting player.
You and I enjoy our Thursday nights watching the Europa League, and that's really where he's kind of emerged for Arsenal. And I remember you saying right from the very beginning, you know, you said it's too early to judge him, but he looks right. He looks like a goal scorer, full of belief.
His instinct for goal, the way he moves off the ball. I think there's 10 goals now already this season. 18. Tell me, where's another 18-year-old in Europe scoring this amount of goals? Maybe Sancho, but I think he's, you know, a top player, and Arsenal are lucky to have him. To have been at Manchester United and he was there on trial and they didn't take him, there's question marks there.
But by the way, the shift he put in as well, like you talk about his quality, but we're watching him from this angle. The energy and enthusiasm, desire, that is exactly what Arsenal have been crying out for. He's
playing on left side. He's a centre forward at heart, and it's for every young kid that out there watching. There's too many players that come into the game nowadays. I'm a centre forward, and that's where I play.
Yeah.
Get shifted out to left wing or right wing, have a sulk up, don't put the shift in, don't work like in that position you're meant to. This kid, come bring them kids down here to watch someone like him. The appetite he has for the game he's showing, the willingness to run back and help his fullback. How many times he was back there behind the fullback at times, busting a gut to get there, and then does that at the other end and still got the quality to score. He's showing that desire that other young kids, you need to see that. It's not about, I need to play in my position that I'm meant to be playing and I'm accustomed to. Yeah. No, you play where you can get into the team and then show your quality, and then do you deserve to play where you play
he's
them.
He's happy to do it, isn't he?
Yeah.
So many players don't necessarily want
refreshing.
to. I know it's not a night for contrast for performance, but Pepe's on the other side, not quite working in the same way. I think that's work in progress, and that can be much better. But if we were to compare the distances they've covered, the high intensity runs, and he's willing to get back in. He's with another 18-year-old playing behind him, Saka, who also played exceptionally well. Really good performances from lots of players tonight.
And I think Xhaka has come in for a lot of criticism. I've been one to criticise him as well, but today, how he showed that, again, desire, the maturity, the mentality to slip into the back four and hold it all together was amazing. That's something that's inspirational for other players. Shifting again position, I'm going to make sure that we get this result. Fight, spirit. It was there for Arteta to see.
That's right. I just need to interrupt because we've actually got Mikel Arteta downstairs waiting to speak to us right now. Des, all yours.
I don't know, time will tell, but at least I saw a reaction, and what I demand always to them is never give up. It doesn't matter the circumstances, it doesn't matter what happens, we have to keep doing what we have to do and play with the spirit that we played every 3 days.
And you've seen that throughout this performance tonight, haven't you?
Absolutely, and I'm so proud about the team and how they reacted, how they step up when a teammate makes a mistake, someone gets sent off, and they have to protect the back, and that's what they did, all of them.
And you scored 2 fantastic goals. I mean, Martinelli, what a run that was. Were you thinking of taking him off a bit earlier?
We thought about taking everybody off because obviously the energy goes going down, and every 5 minutes somebody was cramping. So we changed our mind a few times. But yeah, it's a good point at the end. Obviously, considering the circumstance on the game, it makes this point good.
And of course, it was a disastrous start, wasn't it? Not only the penalty, but the red card as well. So to pick yourselves up after that was quite impressive.
Yeah, and to this place, I said to the team, I want to see how you behave in this stadium. You know, come here against a big team. We are hoping to fight to stay in the race for the Champions League until the end. And if you want to do that, you have to come here and you have to win. And the way they did it, it was brilliant.
And to pick out another couple of individuals, Hector Bellerin, of course, returned from very long injury setbacks to score a fantastic goal, and Granit Xhaka slipping into a centre-half position and looked very, very comfortable.
When you are willing, when you have the spirit and you have the attitude to do it, you can play anywhere on the pitch. Instead of complaining, they stepped up, they tried to help the team as much as possible. I asked Hector if he was going to be ready for today, and the first answer was, "Boss, I'm ready." So let's go. These things happen in football. When you want to play, you enjoy your profession. After these good moments come.
So the trick is now to take this and build on it.
Absolutely, and not next week, but every 3 days. That's the demands of this football club.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you very much.
I sometimes wonder whether we in the media make this, it's the way they won the game, they're going to kick on from here, they're going to use it. As footballers, does it genuinely make a difference next time you step on the pitch, when you turn up tomorrow or the day after in training, the way you got a result rather than the actual result?
I think Arteta's got something in his thing now with his team. I think he gets his team back in tomorrow or the next day. He shows the lads Martinelli's movement. All them lads who've been accused of not being at it at times, Ozils, your Pepes, and say, look, this is the standard from Arsenal Football Club. It needs a performance like this where you know, you can look at the team, they go above and beyond what they're capable of. I still don't think they're capable of getting the Champions League. I think that's gone. I think they've got to be building for the future, and they've got down this left side with Sacco and Martinelli. You sort of you put them, not embarrass them a little bit, but you put them on a pedestal and say this is the work ethic and the level that's needed for us, the new Arsenal. You know, you do that, and the rest of the team should go with them.
I think there he talked about the half-time team talk, and it's the message that comes from the manager, because you have to say it first before you go and do it. You have to say, he said to the group, I believe we can get back into this game. I believe we can win this game. Now that's a big message at half-time, and it came from him first. You know, some people are frightened of saying that, but if you say it first, you then do it. For me, that's impressive. But he sets the standard, the manager. We said he was ambitious before the game. He was talking about finishing in the top 4 position. I've seen enough now tonight for Arsenal to see maybe they can actually push towards that. I'm not sure they'll make it. It's going to be tough for them. They're 10 points behind Chelsea. It's a massive bridge to get over. But there was an awful lot of good stuff out there tonight when it went down to 10 men. The keeper was solid, sound. Bellerin scoring the goal that they needed, the captain coming back into the team, 2 young kids on the left.
Here is that
so
goal.
Many positives from Arsenal tonight. I can rarely remember a game, and they didn't win the game, but it feels like a win because, you know, you go down to 10 men and you've got to show some character, and look at that for a finish. And he's been out for an eternity with injuries.
I'm delighted for him because he has been out for so long. He's had such a bad run, and he's come back in and he's shown that spirit. He's got the arm balance. He's an obvious character. He's been there a long time, and he's someone that I'm sure has got a lot of
This is an Arsenal
now.
fan, an Arsenal fan striking it from distance with nothing else to lose. His team's backs against the wall, and it's an unbelievable finish. Of course, you can talk about the defending; it should be a lot better. Abraham comes back and doesn't defend, but from what he's been through, he's shown some real character there tonight.
But I agree with Joe. This is an opportunity now to look at a couple of performances, individually, but also collectively at times, especially in shape and the way they got back. But the intensity with which individuals defended and got to people is to show that, get in your video room and say, this is the standard. I totally agree, because I've been in change rooms where the manager's done that and it lifts the group. Actually, there's the standard now. There's something to aim at, and they've had that enough over the years.
Very good. Okay, they didn't win the game, but it feels like Arsenal won it. Whereas
to get back into the game, and everyone fought, everyone was defending in the box in that second half, especially, and that's what you need, and you earn points like this playing like that sometimes.
To respond twice with 10 men, that says something.
It is. You know, we're a team that we're always looking to improve, and we know that one of the things that we do is to be together, to defend together, to you know, don't give up until the final whistle. And today, this feels like, as you say, much more than a point.
Because Mikel Arteta has been talking about wanting to see more character, more steel in the side, and particularly when he had such a disastrous start, not just the penalty, but a red card as well for David.
I think after this game, nobody have to speak about us because we show big character today. A lot of people spoke about us. We are not ready. We have no character in the team. But I think after this game, everyone have to make a big eyes.
And Hector, 2 spectacular goals, yours of course, but Martinelli's goals, 67-yard run, almost straight from a corner, 13 seconds.
Yeah, counter-attacks are one of the things that, you know, they're important in the game nowadays, and Gabi took it really well. He was very calm in front of the goal. You know, sometimes when you got so much time to think, it gets a bit difficult, but he finished it really well. And, you know, that's why we practice, that's what we do in training every day, and it's great to come out with 1 point.
You're enjoying life with Mikel Arteta, aren't you? And you were very, very impressive as a centre-half this evening. A new position for you, I think.
No, I hope it's not the new position now. I think he knows I can play there as well, and I try to help the team, and yeah, I'm happy with the guys around. It made me easier today, and very happy.
Well, all 10 men could have been man of the match, and the 2 of you, of course, huge contenders, but Hector just nicks it for that goal. If you could do the honours for me.
I didn't know we have a good left back, left foot, but it's better after the operation. Congrats. Thank you.